Marriage for hosting, and USAA, our diamond sponsor. I'm excited about this next presentation. Thank you for making it this afternoon. I've actually known, sorry, I shouldn't say your real name. I've known you for years, but it's about locks. So there's a physical demonstration right here, so you move forward and move closer that way you can see. But we got Radioteacher and Lord Bob presenting today. Let's give them a round of applause.
Thank you very much. So it's really funny that some of the locks that out there, I don't know how many people have seen like Lockpicking Lawyer and stuff like that. Some of the locks, you really don't even need to pick. They're god awful. I've looked at trying to make like some kind of hack of a CVE, a common vulnerability exposures list for locks. And the problem is a lot of people are worried about how hard they are to pick. But there needs to be almost like a scale that goes to 11, because some of these locks you don't need to pick. And just kind of show one off. This is a typical trailer lock. You can buy these most Home Depot, Lowe's, that kind of place. And inside this thing is a locking lever. And it's just a piece of metal. I mean, literally, I could probably find a wire on the ground outside. And you stick it in the keyway, and it's open. I don't need a key or anything. I just need to pull that locking lever back that's exposed inside the lock. So Yair, come down here and open this up for me. I'll call people out there were my interns. And of course the rest of them are all scared right now because I got 4 in the room. Come on down here, it's easy. Okay. Lord Bob will take you through it as we go through other locks. So I want other people to realize how bad these locks really are. This is a lockout tagout lock. So this is a lockout tagout lock. How many people here know about lockout tagout? It is critically important if your job is to work on electrical or pressure systems or anything that's volatile, and you're going to work on any part of the system. You need to make sure.
Already did it.
There you go. Excellent. Good job. Well, I'm just saying.
So why is it critical?
So, because if you're working on an electrical circuit, you're supposed to isolate it 2 circuits up from where you are, or a pressurized valve. You're supposed to block off 2 sides from that valve all the way back, and you need to lock out what that looks like. And I actually have a lockout tagout piece, but I didn't actually have it exposed. And what it does, you put your lock as the employee, the supervisor puts their lock in it, everybody puts their lock in it.
Oh, yeah, those.
And it goes around the thing that's locked out. So these things generally have really good pick resistance. Not this one, but generally they do. This one, I mean, this isn't even a pick. This is like, well, it's a worded pick, but like tool in there. But yeah, it's really awful because it just falls apart when it comes apart. Here, actually, here. Pick, not pick, but once again, that piece of metal that we just opened that other lock with. Oh, by the way, the worst locks I found that you can pick like this are the TSA locks. Anything that's got a TSA 7 or whatever, you can buy the keys. I mean, anywhere. But you don't have to buy the keys.
Can't you
literally.
3D print too?
Yes.
Can't you 3D print those?
Oh,
There are only
3D
7
printer.
TSA keys, and all of them got leaked on the internet. So you can literally print every single one. They have STL files. Just Google it.
Sure. And by the way, this is the same magical tool that you just opened this lock with. It's just literally a piece of metal, and this is the dimple lock. You would think a dimple lock would be a little harder to deal with, but no. You just wiggle it around and enough, and then finally it'll just fall. So here, Lord Bob, go for that. These are some of the oldest really stupid locks out there. This is called a warded lock. They have a separate kind of warding for each lock. But if you just, thank you. But just as like the master warding lock. So you just stick it in here and you don't even wiggle it hard. You just wiggle it a little bit and it pops open. And just to make sure, once again, it's not a fluke, here's another warded lock and it just pops open. So, you know, if you're using warded locks in 2025, please don't.
Warded locks are an old design that predates the normal pin tumbler. They basically use metal bars like boards so that you can't turn the incorrect key. Have you ever heard the term skeleton key?
Yeah.
This is a skeleton key. It is actually skeletonized key. They cut away all the wards, leaving only the turning part, allowing us to open multiple locks. So that's where the term actually comes from.
I'm old. I used to do construction for a living. My dad did construction as well, and I got all of his stuff passed down to me when he passed away. He used to also be a district guy for like a maintenance director at a school district down in the coastal Bend area. We have approximately 270 cubes that are in the family that I have kind of inherited and pulled out of toolboxes and all kinds of other stuff.
What's your favorite one?
That's a great question. It would not be this one, because this one is for this really crappy lock. It would probably be, where's that A-bus one that's just absolutely insane? Oh, here we go. Here's my A-bus thing. I actually have them set up by type. So this is the lock pickers, what is it, United, has a ranking for how hard a lock is to pick. And they start off with white belt, like this warded, that's a white belt lock. And we need somebody down here to pick it. Any intern want to come down now? Okay, hi Derek. You're never wearing an intern, but I'll call you one. Come on down. Have them do the warded locks and stuff. So, let's see, is this it? No, this is there. Let's see, A-bus. I did put that away, didn't I? See all that. So, this one is a really tricky lock to open if you're trying to pick it. Like if you were lock pickers,
There's one. The other one.
Oh, I know where to put it.
Locked.
Right.
And it's unlocked. It is quite literally a key. Come here, give me a second. Oh my God, I saw one on here. Somewhere in this one, actually.
Oh, lock, yeah, you're using the word, it's not a master ring. It's all a master lock.
This is a key for a word lock.
That's tiny.
And you notice the similarities?
Oh.
All of this wording has just been simply removed. There are a few different designs, one more common ones. But that's all it is. It's going.
Oh, here.
That's why they're so easy to open. They're very basic and simple. And they're still used.
Yeah.
So the next set of locks that we want to talk about that are really crappy are these. These, in the 1920s, they did write a vulnerability. This one guy that was a locksmith said, these locks are really, really bad. You can take all of the pins in them, push them up to the shear line, and turn the cylinder. All the lock manufacturers said, shh, shut up, don't tell people. So then you make these things. These are tools to push those pins to the shear line really easily and turn those locks. So you might have noticed, like on a plumbing truck going down the road, one of these types of locks, no shackle, can't cut it, it weighs a lot. And you can't get to the deal to open it or anything.
Do they know what shear line is?
Shear line, that's where like all the pins block each other when you're trying to turn. That's what keeps a lock from turning if those pins are in the way. But if you can push all of the pins to the shear line where everything turns, you just open it. And I mean, it opens faster than a key. It's pretty sick. So, yeah, you push it in, you push all the pins up, you just turn it. That's pretty much the action that you need to muscle memory wise.
The basics of the flaw is there's a pin chamber that holds the spring, the dryer pin, and the key pin. You're supposed to lift the line trim to the shear line. Now there's nothing in the way it could work and turn. And this chamber up here, where I had just go? I don't know. Right there. So there's basically a chamber here for the spring. And it's supposed to only be big enough for one and partial of this pin. Unfortunately, they made them way too long, so literally both pins fit in this chamber. And the actual pin on the cone pick rests right there at the shear line. So you don't need to know what the pattern is, just show everything up there.
Yeah. So, friends don't let friends buy these locks, let's just say.
And this law's been around for more than 50 years, and they still sell lots of it.
200.
200 years.
100 years.
100 years. I was so
1920, so 107 years and counting, and they literally, these locks were purchased either on Amazon or HEB or whatever, Home Depot, not very long ago.
These are not old, outdated locks we're showing, these are brand new locks.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
exist.
So, yeah, and this tool is, I think, $13. A lot of the tools that you're seeing here are from Covered Instruments, some are from Sparrows and others that we're using. That one piece is just a piece of metal that came with a lockpick set. It was really cheap, but I like it because it opens like all the stupid stuff. Because it's just a piece of metal. Now who wants to come down and bypass the locks?
Got a table right here?
Huh? There you go. Come on. Bob. Pop off
So
over
there are
there.
different types of surveys. Okay. You notice?
Now, let me do a quick commercial. So, that really big one over there is from Abus.
And so
That's a crappy design. This is from Abus. It is not. This is a very good design lock.
This one is
It uses, where is it? All nice and shiny.
Yeah.
You see that first picture?
Oh, yeah. Steve, this is your house.
This one we put.
Oh. Can I have a copy of that back, please?
It's lost now, let's see.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate you giving that back. So this is like a dimple lock. So there's little indications in the edges of this lock. It doesn't use like
This is one of
jagged
the harder bypasses.
pieces on the top. And because it's nicely German engineered, it works beautifully. I mean, it really does open up. We're not bypassing this one. This is a very well engineered lock.
We're getting
And what's funny is, of course, this is by the same company that makes the one that I just bypassed over.
So is it a cost thing? Like, in other words, that one's like $15 and that's like $50 or something?
It might be cost, or maybe it's just they already have the tooling that.
Hey, I got
All right.
And the nice thing about these things, they really make a great way to keep your locks if you own a lot of locks, which I do. So at my HOA, they said, hey, Paul, we're gonna go and take this lock off of a gate in the neighborhood. And I go, oh, mind if I try? And we're not gonna do this one today because it takes a severe amount of determination. Literally to do this one, because the keyway of this old one is so tight, I had to take a rock and pound my bypass driver into it. And when I got it to the very bottom, I could pop it, and I popped the lock open. Then I took a pair of pliers and pulled the thing out. And but I don't have a key to it, but I know I can pop
number
it.
two.
All right, number two. So, but I do have the equivalent. This is basically a clone of that lock. Difference is, it's got a bigger keyway. So it makes it a lot easier to put the key bypass tool in and open it up. Now, you can buy these all day long over at Harbor Freight. It looks substantial, but it doesn't really care much if you have one of these bypass drivers. It's a very well-known flaw. What they did is above where all the key mechanism is, because I'm not turning the key mechanism at all. I'm turning the little part above the key mechanism that opens the lock. I'm literally bypassing the lock and turning the part above it, and they didn't fix this. What I mean by fixing it, do I have my red one up here? No, I don't.
No.
So, I do have a nice cutaway. Here it is. So, here's the locking piece, and then above it is this little brass piece on top. Between those two is a wafer. That keeps me from bypassing this one. It prevents me from getting that tool past the locking mechanism, past the keyway to the locking mechanism, and then releasing the locking mechanism. Smart. Well, they started putting those in 2009.
Oh, God.
So prior to 2009, those millions and millions of locks they made are vulnerable to a bypass, right? Fortunately, for me, SFE, if you look it up, that's the date code, and it tells you this was made in 1990s.
It's got a really heavy spring.
So I know, this one is bypassable.
Except it's got a narrower.
It does have a narrow keyway. On this particular 700, they did make them with wider keyways at the time. So,
Huh.
but yeah, but I knew if I drove that thing in there, it was gonna pop.
Wow.
So,
Is there such a thing as like, so even if it's a tight keyway or old that's been sitting out, hanging on a fence for years?
oh, this was nasty inside. It was
Are
absolutely
you,
nasty.
like, did you WD-40 it or something? Is there something you're supposed to do?
WD-40 is not recommended. It is a heavy oil lubricant. LPS1 is a light lubricant, like silicon-based. It is a proper lubricant for locks, not WD-40. WD-40 will leave it sticky and nasty after time. So,
Hey!
all right. You get them all?
The spring is heavy on that, yeah.
Yeah, it is heavy.
to the 6 already.
Here you go. Have a bypass hole.
Awesome.
Hey,
Thank you so much.
All right. So this is an American lock that was on the table over there. I don't have a nice bypassable like this one. So hopefully I'll be able to bypass this pretty easily. And you go backwards just a little bit, and it should drop into place. Ah, there it goes. And then it opens up. So this is like a lock that was prior to 1990, or I'm sorry, 2009. But you can open these things up. Disassemble the lock and put a wafer in there to keep this from happening.
They make it till.
But this man in his little bag of tricks has the tool to break that wafer. Yes, sir.
Did not break, unfortunately.
You know, the ones with like a circle, you gotta turn it.
Oh, like they have on Coke machines?
You know, no, not the school ones. I'm talking about the ones like the Coke machine.
Like the Coke machines. We'll talk about that in a minute. But let's talk about these, now that we kind of showed that you can bypass this thing. Anybody want to come down and bypass this thing? Come on down. There you go. Bob will show you how to do that.
This is kind of fun.
Let's see. You're asking about circular lock. I wasn't really prepared to talk about that, but I did happen to bring it. And I don't know if it's going to actually work. There's a bunch of other magic tools that you can buy and use and do things with. No.
Okay, I'll give you one. When you actually pull slide on it, turn, you're not going to tag. If you pull the slot in, you're going to make it. Now, when you get all the way back, give it just a slight side wiggle to try to find that slot. You'll feel like
Yeah.
it's stuck in.
All right. Oh, everybody in the bag. I thought this was part of the luggage, but it wasn't. So, here we go.
Ta-da!
Thank you. So,
And this is considered high security.
Oh, wow.
you're talking about a lock like this.
Exactly. It's like you're saying.
It's high security if we don't know how to.
It's security for a secret.
Well, the problem with most security stuff is what they talk about. They're securing certain aspects, but leaving other aspects wide open.
Okay.
Like, have you ever heard of the ANSI rating on door locks? It's physical destruction resistance. It has nothing to do with pick resistance. I've got an ANSI rating 3 that's super built and tough, and I can go and open it in seconds.
Okay.
They armor at one point, but leave a gaping hole. It's like locking your door with a good lock, but leave your window open. Like, what was the point?
Okay.
It's like you have
Your
like,
security is only as good as your weakest link.
right. It's like you just got this giant wall of like lead and steel in front of you, but somebody can just walk right around it.
Have you ever seen the movie Red?
No.
Well, there's a scene where he talks about this super old tight screw door, code changes every like 30 minutes or something ridiculous. He takes his gun and shoots through the wall. And just
Okay.
pops the lock from the other side.
How did you secure yourself against pig lock?
Lock picking?
Yeah.
So there's a number of factors with lock picking, what makes lock difficult or not. One of which is number of pins. More pins, better lock, usually. There's an exception to everything. Another thing is the tolerance. How well is it actually made? Something like a master, it's got garbage tolerance.
Okay, I didn't realize that was your
So
username.
like this one,
You want
actually
me to
has very
introduce
good
you as
tolerance,
Cyanic?
more secure lock.
Okay.
But
Okay.
then comes the next one, flaws. If your car has a giant gaping flaw,
Yeah. Okay.
everything else
Where's
is
the
good.
HDMI?
Let me go get the AV guy.
How like the band have like the British
So that's
are
not-
You talking about the European style?
yeah, they're like holes
Trailer
and
for
like
RV.
kind of
That's correct.
You know, like divots in the key?
there's straight up holes in it. Like
Keys.
like the band have.
You know which one she's talking about?
What's that?
So here
It's
you
a
go.
brand, it's a famous British rock brand. I
Ah.
was wondering how it works.
You know, there's a lot of different patents and all kinds of other stuff out there for locks.
I'm not.
Yes. We have our H.
In the main hall there later.
You have pictures
Talk
of
to
it.
Nathan. He does a lot more obscure stuff. Cool.
I just wanted to check before I just went.
Yeah. Let me see if you got
I'm
any
a manufacturer.
back
And
to
so when I
our.
make stuff, it's
My
usually
computer.
either a 10,000th of an inch or a 30,000th
Yeah,
of an
because
inch.
it's not
That's
switching,
how
so,
close
there
it
it
has
goes.
to be.
So you should be able to see it, please let me know.
Right? So the narrower, the closer it is to actually good, the better or not. So say I make a part, I have 30,000 room, let's say I make it 5,000 solid. That one was good, but the next one I made it 20,000 solid. That one's still good.
Well, that's why I was trying to.
So it kind of gives a room for fluctuation for manufacturing, things to fit together, but it also gives us a way in.
So I figured I'd try to, because he's got five.
Once again, this is the tubular pick. And you just reset it, and you pressure it into the lock, and it actually picks every single pin at the same time. So
Give me the thumb. Okay, great. Here's the, thank you. I did not see it from my angle, so thank you. Is the mic hot? Is this where I should be speaking? No? So how are they getting audio?
a lot of elevator locks are the same lock. And there's one other lock I want to show. So this is a combination lock. Yeah, very common.
Okay, good.
Like a master lock.
Bottom floor, you should be good.
Cool.
And if you open there already.
Awesome. Thank you very, very much. And is this ours or yours, or was this just here?
But you can use it. You can. We have a.
Well, no, you're fine. I don't need to change that. I'm just going to plug it in over there so I can advance my slides, right?
Yeah.
Is that cool?
You're gonna need a USB.
I can. Yeah. Or I can just push.
Right there.
Yeah. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I just need to turn it on, right? Or no, it's on. Okay.
Seems like the next speaker's actually coming on in. So.
I'm not trying to make you crazy. I just wanted to set up while you're doing your thing.
Oh, no, that's fine. So
just making sure it works.
that's that one. I mean, but we have other. Here, you want to go ahead and pop the others?
Cool.
Can we just demonstrate?
I know we're getting close, and I'm sorry.
No. We're quick.
She's want me to pop these?
Yeah.
Come on.
There's one. He's gonna pop them quick, and then there's one. Pop your C one too while you're at it.
So this one?
Yeah.
That's tier lock.
And there's one other tool here,
All three.
and unfortunately I don't have the equipment to demonstrate. If you have an old quick set lock on your house, that old quick set lock has a ring around the bottom of the door. If you pop that ring off, there's certain holes, I mean, on the outside of the house, there's certain holes on the outside where that kind of pops in place. You can take this tool, feed it through one of those holes, reach up and grab what is in essence the locking button on that lock, and actually pull that around and then just open the doorknob and walk right in. It doesn't work on the deadbolt, but it does work on the hand knob and everything. So yeah, this is the quick set bypass tool for quick set and wiser knobs. Pretty cool. Unfortunately, I just don't have the equipment to show this thing off, but it's so nice. Yeah.
How secure are?
Oh no, yeah, show those combination lock ones too. They're sick.
All right. Anyone know what this is?
It smells like my gym locker.
So, any idea how you would attack this?
Hit it with the rock.
You could break it possibly, but that would leave evidence. You don't want to leave evidence.
I do like it with the
Give
lock.
up.
Give up. We don't want to do
You're
that.
asking if
We
it's
don't want to leave
dairy
evidence.
intolerant, and then you just rub cottage cheese.
Possibly even stethoscope. Yeah, you could with both, right? Yes, I mean, you could decode it for sure. As far as I'm concerned, it keeps you getting wrong.
Wait, what'd you do?
So basically, there's a little locking shim within here, and you can slide a piece of metal just around like that. Pop it right. That thing is.
And basically everything that we showed you We're not picking pins. We're not hacking numbers. We're not worried about what the key looks like. Every one of these locks, don't buy.
This is not a special tool. This is a thin piece of metal. I can make the same thing out of a Coke can and pop that lock open. Quite literally, just a thin piece of metal. So we really got time?
Any questions? Any other questions? Yes, sir.
So like, how secure are quick set boxes in general?
Like different pins. So if you have an older quick set lock that has just pins in it, it's probably not very secure. If you have a generation 3 that has the extra little deal where you can rekey it yourself, those are actually relatively secure. There are a couple of ways you can attack those. One of them is a $350 camera that's shaped like a quickset key that goes in the keyway and actually looks at exactly the position of every single part inside that block and will decode it. Then you could actually take the video that you made with your camera key and go cut a key for that lock.
It's got a
Not that it's-
are a lot like hackers.
But
if you
that's
make
expensive.
something,
I don't
they'll
know.
find a way.
Yeah.
No matter what it is, they'll find a way.
Okay, let's give a round of applause for our presenters here. What a great presentation. If you have more questions, I'm sure y'all are happy to take some outside. Yeah? So,
And there's a couple other bypasses they can show at the table, like on this one. This is like almost every commercial door lock at any mall you can pop with this guy.
so we are running behind, so I apologize for pushing us back to schedule. We have Zach Nerd. He is going to be presenting how to create your own home lab for the next hour. So